Hello, it's voice and audition coach Jessica Neighbor here with a short tutorial to show you how to sing in your high range as easy as possible. I have for you a tried and true trick that I've been using over my 20 years of being a voice coach that will literally change your singing life if you understand it. So before we jump into that, I just want to walk you through that. First, I'm going to give you a speaking exercise, and then we're going to shift into an actual singing exercise in our high range. You're definitely going to get a little high workout, so I just want to make a note that if you feel any strain or any discomfort, to go ahead and stop, give yourself a little more of a warm up, and then return to this video. You probably don't want to sing a high note totally cold, so just know for yourself if you're feeling comfortable or not when you try on these exercises. If you enjoy this channel, please do subscribe to my voice coach channel and check out my other singing tutorial videos. And you can also get a full singing course that I offer in the link below. So let's get into it. Now, I have a couple of questions for you before I teach you the first super duper easy trick to sing in your high notes, which is, do you ever strain when you try to sing in your high notes? Does it feel uncomfortable? Do you ever feel like you hit a ceiling? Do you ever feel like you have to get louder in order to get higher? All of those habits make sense. Those are the things that we do in order to try to sing higher when the easiest thing is actually right there for us the whole time. We just don't typically know how to utilize it unless we've had a little training. I know for myself, when I was starting out and I was singing and I was belting and I was in bands and musical theater, I would push so hard on that high note. My poor high notes just got a beating from me. So I don't want you to have to go through that, risk, vocal injury or just feeling discouraged and say like, I can't even sing those high notes. I can't sing that song because of that high range. No, you can sing whatever you want. So, hack number one, the first super easy thing that you get to learn from me right now is calling in an owl, our winged friend, and mimicking an owl, because that sound you make puts your voice exactly in the same head range that we want to be in when we sing. And I'm going to show you what that sounds like right now. Hoo, hoo. When I add a note, sounds like hoo, which then translates into hoo, or whatever you want to do with your head range, right? So I'm going to walk you through that with me real quickly. And then next we're going to get to the piano where we sing an actual warm up. But first things first, follow me. Trust me, I got you on this one. We're going to hoot together like an owl. So first of all, give me your highest hoot. It might be a little higher or lower than me. Every voice is a little different and individual. That's what makes us amazing. So I want you to go ahead and hoo with me. Hoo. Give me one more of those good hoots. Hoo. Now that you're getting warmed up in your hooting, we're going to add a note. Any high note that you feel like is in your high register will do. Hoo. Now, as opposed to that high note, I want you to drop down and sing that hoo in what you know to be your lower chest voice. Hoo. Now take it back up into that head voice. Hoo. Back into the chest voice. Hoo. And you'll start to notice the real difference in those two voices, right? So now you might be like, well, yeah, now I've identified it, but how do I actually utilize it? How do I use this thing when I sing? Haha, I've got you covered. We are gonna warm up in our head register voice warm-up exercise. This is one of my isolation exercises where I have you just focus on your high range. We're not trying to do anything but focus on the one skill of really getting comfortable in our high range. So we're gonna try this one together and it sounds like this. So go ahead and sing that with me. 1, 2, ready, and good. Do one more just like that. now before the next one, we're gonna change to short staccato whoos, and we're gonna go like this. Your turn, let's go. Give me another one of those. Back to one more smooth one. And the final one. So, by simply getting familiar with your head range, by hooting like an owl, by doing this warm-up, you will start to get more comfortable using that part of your voice. It's what I had to do when I started out singing. I had to get acquainted and get comfortable with that part of my voice. Once I felt more confident, then I could actually go up and sing. And what you have to do finally is trust your voice to make that gear shift between your chest to head voice. It's just like if you're riding a bicycle or you're in a car and it's an automatic, we're gonna shift gears and your voice is gonna know exactly what to do, but you have to allow it to happen. So by isolating your highs and getting them stronger, almost like a muscle group in the gym, right? We're pumping iron. By getting that muscle that's a little weaker for most of us, a little stronger, when you go to use it, after you do this a little bit, you will start to significantly notice a difference. Hey, I can sing that, and I can use this other gear shift. I don't have to use my lower gear shift, my head voice, push on it and make it do all the heavy lifting. And that, if we do, will lead to vocal fatigue, vocal strain, and possibly even vocal injury. And we do not want that for you. Singing should never hurt. Singing should never feel like it's a strain or painful. It should feel easy and fun at the end of the day. But you do need to know the right tools and technique in order to do that. So if you do want to learn the full vocal training to make sure you have all your singing tools in place, do check that link below that gives you access to my private singing lesson course. It's a fraction of the cost of what you would pay to be in a private studio. But that way you will be sure to learn all of the vocal skills you need in order to be the best singer you can, and you can download that today and get started. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, hanging out with me in my studio. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope you're inspired now to go sing some of your favorite songs and reach for those high notes. Have fun with them now that you have more access to that part. All right, thanks so much. Take care.